Welcome back to American Heroes on SuperTalk FM. Don Barnes, Jay Longmire with you on another wonderful Wednesday morning.
Man, I tell you what.
What a great show so far.
What a great job. I mean, it's the best job in the world. I got to tell you, I really enjoy getting to talk to you guys, and it's just awesome.
And don't be fooled. We don't just work 1 hour a day.
No.
I wish that was the case, but no, it is not. But we do have a couple of gentlemen in that I definitely don't work just 1 hour a day because they are constantly busy. Captain Jeff Kennedy and Colonel Jimmy Shows with the State Guard.
Morning, gentlemen.
Welcome.
Mississippi State Guard.
The Mississippi State Guard. Thank you for correcting me. I need that often.
I think it's important that we talk about that because there is a difference in the Mississippi Army National Guard and the Mississippi State Guard. And Colonel Shows, could you just maybe give us a brief explanation of that so we can kind of understand where
Sure. Our federal Constitution gives us some leeway and rules why we can have a state militia. And back in 1798, the Mississippi State Guard came into existence under our then territorial governor, Winthrop Sargent, and they fought in the Battle of Buena Vista, the Creek Indian Wars, of course, the Civil War, and then they were reorganized in 1942 by state law, and then again in 1972 by state code, and that's where we are now. The Mississippi Military Department is comprised of the National Guard, the Air National Guard, and the Mississippi State Guard, which we're all under one umbrella of command, who is the Adjutant General of the state of Mississippi.
And we were talking with a representative from the National Guard a couple of weeks ago, and he was touching on some of the things that they do for the community. And you guys do an awful lot of the same. As a matter of fact, you were showing me an article that you had in the Flowwood Compass, I believe, in this edition of the Flowwood Compass. You can check that out. Go pick one up anywhere in the Flowwood area. They've got them all over the place in all the retail and restaurant areas. And you can look at the article there, and it tells you a little bit more about what the Mississippi State Guard is doing. Give us an idea of some of the things that you guys are currently involved with, and ways that other people can get involved as well.
Well, our mission is we operate as military police. You talked about in the prior meeting about military occupational specialties. That's our primary role as military police. We do everything that in our training format that regular Army or National Guard EMPs do, except weapons and prisoners of war training. We leave that out of our matrix. That's the majority of our training, but we have other disciplines as well. We have military occupational skills as medics. We've got a doctor's team. We've got nurse practitioners, nurses, and EMTs, other medics. We've also got clerical people, and we've got people in communications. So we have a various grouping of people who are trained to do these military jobs. We are first responders in that the Adjutant General, if we have a declared emergency, can call us up and send us anywhere. We're usually the very first boots on the ground. We can respond within a couple of hours.
All right. Very good.
Now, well, I was curious, and our other guest here, could you go ahead and explain maybe what the overall, besides just a mission, could you go into more detail about how you operate and the things that you're trying to get done, and what the information you're trying to put out about your organization?
Well, one of the big differences, I would imagine the biggest difference between the Mississippi State Guard and the Mississippi National Guard and Air Guard is that the Mississippi State Guard is all volunteer organization. We don't get paid for training. We train at our expense. We equip ourselves with the things that we would need when we're deployed, and we will get paid if we are called to state active duty. But all of the preparation, all of the training that we do is on a voluntary basis. So every month we show up all over the state and we train and prepare for what really we hope never happens, is a catastrophic emergency that comes through the state. But people have to be there to respond, and that's the most rewarding thing to me, really, as being a member of the Mississippi State Guard, is that we're Mississippians helping other Mississippians.
So, and I'm sorry, I forgot to say, this is Captain Jeff Kennedy.
Yes.
Now, do you just go by Mr. Kennedy? Do you use your military rank? How does that work for you guys? Do you use your...
We use our military rank. We have a rank structure based on Army structure. Our uniforms and everything we do is based on Army structure. Our training programs are. Our officer candidate program is based on the Army program. Again, we take out tactics and weaponry and train just like the regular military does. And qualified to be an officer, you have the same qualifications you have to meet as a regular National Guard or Army officer.
And as a component of the Mississippi Military Department, officer commissions are through the governor and adjutant general. All officer promotions have to be approved through that chain of command.
Yeah, that's one of our big differences is where the National Guard or military, the active military, their commander-in-chief is the President of the United States. Ours is the governor of the state of Mississippi. And, again, we operate under the command of the adjutant general.
So when he says jump, you jump.
We jump. And we're ready to jump. We're trained up and ready to go when he says jump.
I'm going to have to call Governor Phil and say, hey, let's just see if they jump. Just say jump.
Well, he refers us to us as his army. So.
Governor Bryan, if you're listening, say jump.
Obviously,
I'd just love to see them. That would be great if they just bounced up out of their chairs right now.
You mentioned being equipped. I mean, do you have to buy your own guns, your own ammunition, or your own shovels? I mean, what exactly are you having to equip yourself with?
Well, we're not armed unless the adjutant general says take up arms. At that time, they'll train us and issue us arms, or he may say take your own weaponry. But again, that's the adjutant general's call, and we normally don't train. Other than we do some training on the computer site, training at Camp McCain. And Camp McCain every year is where we go for our annual training. We do 4 days straight up at Camp McCain for that.
And you mentioned it a few minutes ago about national disasters or any kind of emergency of that kind. Perfect example is Oklahoma. You don't know one day from the next. A storm could blow through here and be as devastating as that, and you guys have got to be ready to go, which means your training has to continue, and you have to be ready at all costs. And
that's right. And we train for hurricanes and earthquake disasters because, as you well know, the big one may come, and when it does, we've got to be ready for it.
Absolutely.
Were you activated during Katrina? Did y'all see any time of Katrina? Down on the coast? Where were you located whenever you were?
I was located at the Biloxi facility.
Okay.
How long were you down there?
Actually, I lived on the coast when it happened. I found out real quick that the beach in Gulfport was not a good place to live at that time.
I reckon. So did you work with the Mississippi Army National Guard and help coordinate that recovery and rescue and the eventual cleanup
of
the coast?
Actually, when the Joint Force Headquarters activates their operations center, we have a seat there. We're a participant with them.
Real quickly, we're almost out of time, and I say this every week. It's not fair that we only have an hour to cram all of this in, but that's the hour that we have to work with. Tell us how, if somebody wanted to get involved, if they wanted to volunteer, what would they do, Jeff?
Well, the best place to go is to our website. It's www.msstateguard.org.
Okay.
It's got a lot of information. It tells all about the Mississippi State Guard. It's got an application on there that can be completed and mailed in. There's a contact form that can be completed, and it will email someone, and then we will get back in touch with them. Okay. Be happy to talk to anyone about the State Guard. It's something that people would really like to be a part of if they have prior service and they want to continue serving their state. The Mississippi State Guard is a great place for them, and it's a great place for people who never had the opportunity to serve but have that service heart. They can contact us, and we can get them in the Mississippi State Guard. Our requirements, such as physical training and things like that, are not that of the regular military because we don't train to go to combat.
So you take old fat guys like me.
Absolutely.
I think that would be a fantastic idea. I think that would be a great idea.
I'm in it now.
That's www.msstateguard.org.
That's correct.
For y'all.
And we do have him an application.
Let's get him on. Listen, We thank you for joining us today on American Heroes. Remember that email address is AmericanHeroes1776@gmail.com.
And we're on Facebook at American Heroes on SuperTalk. And the information that you guys shared with us will be on the Facebook page in just a little bit as soon as I get a chance to update it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Colonel Shows, Captain Kennedy from the Mississippi State Guard, a pleasure. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be back next Wednesday. Looking forward to seeing you right here on the radio. Yes, I said it. We're going to see you on the radio next Wednesday.
On the website.
Jay Longmire, Don Barnes saying God bless you and God bless the USA.